Wii Play is one of the best-selling games on the Wii, partially because it came with a Wii Remote. But today I thought we would rank all 9 of the mini games from worst to best. So let's waste no time and jump right into it. So at number 9 we have Find Me. Find Me is at the bottom of this list because it's a very bare-bones mini game. In this game you have to find the Miis by the prompt, so it's either like find 2 lookalikes, find the Mii you're using. Why I've put it at the bottom is because it's a very bare bones and I think it's a boring game. Nothing really to do, you're just playing it over, one of those one and done type of mini games. With that said, let's move on to number 8. At number 8, we have Pose Me. Pose Me can be a fun, hectic game in the later levels. In this game, you have to change between 3 different positions by using the A and B buttons and rotating your Mii into the slots cut out in those bubbles. This game is, I like it personally, but it's very boring at the beginning of it. It takes about 5 to 6 levels to start picking up. And it's a weird game, I feel like you wouldn't want to be caught playing this, it's one of those games, but number 8, at least it has more on its meat on its bone than Find Me. So let's move on to number 7. At number 7, we have Laser Hockey. Laser Hockey is very fun, as you have to knock that puck into the other person's net using your paddle. Now, a few problems with it. 1, it's timed. Why can't we just do like a 6-point, 8-point, 10-point match and selecting the start menu? Number 2, it's a little finicky, the controls. I often end up hitting my ball into my own net more times than hitting it to the other side of the thing. But besides those 2 problems, it's very fun, it's chaotic, which is to be expected with this, but that is always a good thing as long as it's controlled. My one other gripe is that the puck sometimes doesn't register as like a hit or something. That might be a disc problem, but you never know. On to number 6. At number 6, we have Table Tennis. Table Tennis, and the goal is to rally with the red guy over there to 100. My only problems with this game is that the controls are finicky, and it's really just one thing over and over and over again. It gets very repetitive and boring after a while. It is fun to try and get to a good high score, but after that, you don't really have nothing else to do. The controls can be finicky also with your pointer, and if your thing does not work, you are cooked. You will not get that rally. It is a little infuriating when that happens, but otherwise, it's a pretty solid game. Let's go on to number 5. At number 5, we have Charge. Now, Charge feels out of place with all the other games, as it uses motion controls instead of the pointer. It's a very fun game, but the only problem is the controls. Tilting your remote side to side with the cow feels nice, and moving forward feels nice, but it's a little finicky as you slow down randomly, turn very wide randomly, or don't turn at all when you want to turn. That's my only problem. It's a very unique and fun game. It feels a little bit out of place, but otherwise, it's a pretty good one. Now, let's move on to number 4. At number 4, we have Fishing. Now, in this game, you can fish fish out of the water. It's very fun, very calming game. Only problem, a little repetitive and boring, and the finicky controls. Almost forgot about that. The controls can be a little finicky. Other than that, great game to unwind and relax to. I really like the noises in the background. And it's just really, the aesthetic and art style is really pleasing. One of the few games that I compliment the art style of it. I really like the paper aesthetic of it. Now, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, we have Shooting Range. Shooting Range is one of those replayable and fun games. In this game, you have to shoot a variety of different targets across 5 levels to get the most amount of points possible. Very simple mechanics. Nothing bad about this one. There's just 2 more games that have more meat on the bones to them. Also, those ducks are insanely hard to hit. I don't know how this guy did it so easily, but I can never get them. With that said, let's move on to number 2. At number 2, we have billiards. Billiards, as I've seen some people call this, the golf of you play. Billiards, aka pool, you have to hit all the other balls using that white cue ball into the holes located around the board. This is a very calming, fun game. Only problem is it's a little finicky to hit the ball with your pool, but it's rarely happens for me. Other than that, it's a great game. Let's move on to number 1. At number 1, what else would it be? Tanks. Tanks, you have to drive a little tank around and kill all the other tanks by using bullets and mines. This game is so much fun, and the amount of depth Nintendo put it into this game is crazy. I don't know how long I've spent playing this game, but it is flawless. There's nothing I can really say besides that it can be a little finicky with the gun shooting, and when your thing goes off the screen, it's a little hard to get it back. But other than that, it's a great game. Hardly any mistakes. With all that said, thank you all for watching my ranking of all the Wii Play mini games. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.